There are really only two primary drivers of people being homeless. It's the intersection of poverty and isolation. When you have no resources and no social support, you end up at a Lifting Up Westchester. And so our goal is really to address both of those things.
It's always enlightening and encouraging to see that other people who are better off and are not experiencing any difficulty can have some compassion and concern for others.
What I would tell people about Lifting Up Westchester is it's a phenomenal organization that's really helping the Westchester community at the heart of some of the most basic human needs that we have.
We wanted to honor M&T Bank because they were one of the early sponsors of our Pathways to Self-Sufficiency program to increase services, to help people find employment and housing.
M&T, they see the importance of what we do. They're in the community. They need to be a part of the community. So it's a symbiotic relationship. They work together, and everybody benefits from it.
M&T's commitment to the community is pretty large. You know, we consider ourselves a community bank. Our mission is not just banking, but it's also to help.
It's great to honor corporations that give back to their community, and we really appreciate their support, helping us with the Gala family for all these years.
It's good when institutions can realize doing good and making a profit are not mutually exclusive. And I think M&T is a good example of that.
From my experience in the military, I have a lot of respect for Lifting Up Westchester, especially because they do take in the veteran community. It's near and dear to my heart, and I never want to see any, veteran or service member have to struggle or be homeless. It's great to know that Lifting Up Westchester has the same values that I have.
The loss of Barbara and Charles is a great one for this community because they inspired so many others to serve.
Individuals like my aunt and uncle, I would say, represent a very special pillar in our society. They were individuals of class, integrity, respect.
They were always willing to lead in some of these fights for social justice. Barbara was a real gift. She had skill as a mediator to recognize things like biases, sexism, racism, genderism.
We honor the great service that she and her husband Charles provided to the entire Westchester community, and we're particularly grateful that Charles remembered us in his estate planning.
Giving a legacy gift is something that offers such stability to any organization, and I hope that they inspired people as much as they inspired me.
The Fendlers have been supporters of Lifting Up Westchester for decades, and I was struck right away by their quiet, solid belief in the work that we were doing.
They're humble people, and they know a good thing when they see it. And I think they've looked at Lifting Up Westchester and seeing the way that meets human need in our community.
We became members of Grace Church and got acquainted with Lifting Up Westchester at that time when it was Grace Church Community Center.
It has become really a go-to organization. I admire the people who are involved in it and support it.
My mom, her whole career was dedicated through her social work that she's done through the county to helping people who are in need.
She's focused on helping families and children struggling with mental health challenges. And my dad generally is someone who believes in showing your values through actions and not just words.
When the pandemic hit, Steven stepped up and provided a lot of PPE equipment to us that helped keep the organization running.
I have a younger brother, had a younger brother, and though he'd had a good job, he lost it and became homeless. There was no place he could find housing and wraparound services. If you think of the community as a tapestry or a fabric and some part of it as torn, an organization like Lifting Up Westchester helps to knit that back together and strengthen the community as a whole.
Good Wealth is a nonprofit really dedicated to applying the principles of neuroscience to help us better understand and improve human behavior and accomplishment.
The biggest opportunity and resource at Lifting Up Westchester is the commitment and dedication of outstanding staff. That drive often comes from having experienced themselves some of the hardships that clients are dealing with now.
They helped our staff provide to our clients. They help us become more efficient.
The result has been over a year of thousands and thousands of volunteer hours working on how to create a work environment where our motivation and our collegiality and our teamwork allows us to really deliver the best results for our clients.
When we are focusing on the wellness of staff, a client is going to be able to kind of feel safe within the consistency of the relationships that they build. And the stronger the staff is, the greater the potential is for that relationship to be extraordinarily fruitful.
If we want to survive and have a world that we would want our children and grandchildren live in, then we have to figure out how to make our values real.
Society has a tendency to view people who are in extreme need, and in this case, unhoused, as people who have failed in life. Lifting Up Westchester is helping people understand and engage in the world in a different way.
When people can relate to people who are struggling, they're more willing to help. And I think that it means more support financially, but it actually also means more moral support. It's not only our obligation, but it is self-serving to have a community that helps pick people up when we fall, because we could be one of the people that falls.
It's a tremendous boost to one's self-being to know that you're not alone, that everyone could feel that they are someone and that someone cares for them.